We're back. Matt Mayoko over there. Steve Moskowitz in the middle, which is where you usually sit, so...
I enjoy this.
Give it time. That'll blow over.
Okay.
For the last 23 years, OJ Simpson has, in one way or another, weirded out the legal system. And by that, I mean, we got to look at how the sausage was made badly in the trial in 1995. And today, this seemed like, from what I've been able to gather from reading lawyers on the internet, that this was a kind of unusual parole hearing, and that it took as long as it did, and that for something that
not covered by the media either.
Well, that's true, but you know, those legal experts who have seen them said that most parole hearings last 20, 25 minutes tops, and the potential parolee doesn't get to drone on the way he did today. What was in fact this a representative parole hearing, or was this more made for TV? This is my 15 minutes of fame.
That's such an easy question, Ray.
Okay.
This was OJ.
Yeah.
No, of course they're not like that. But yeah, and again, he was up for the cameras. He did a good job. And a lot of the people in the legal profession really feel that if anybody else had done this particular crime, they would have gotten about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But basically what they feel, and again, the parole board specifically said they're not considering any other case, specifically the L.A. case, but most people in criminal defense think that he deserves about 3 years in the pokey, and basically he got 9 as a punishment for L.A.
Steve, was there anything, I mean, watching this, it was a train wreck. I mean, the stuff he was saying, I didn't sense a whole lot of remorse. Was there anything he could have said that would have had the parole board deny him parole?
Sure, when I get out, I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
But
short of that.
That would have done it. You know, I'm glad you liked that one.
Yeah, that's highly recommended.
And that wasn't too far from being said.
To paraphrase Matt's question, given the circumstances of how he came to that parole hearing, model prisoner, you know,
right,
exemplary prisoner, choose the word you want, what could he have done within the realms of reality to not get the 3 votes that he needed, let alone the 4?
You know, not taking responsibility more than he did, rant how he was railroaded and they hated him and it was unfair and it was being punished, because he always talked about he respected the jury system, he accepted it, he did all the right things. Obviously, he was well coached and he was well received. And again, you know, he was found not guilty in L.A. And here, most people feel he really was punished for the L.A. problem. And the bottom line is another thing, too. They didn't really want him in that prison anymore, because if something happened to him, they would have had a lot of problems. For example, if there'd be a riot in the yard, they were very, very careful that OJ wouldn't get hurt, because if they did, that would just bring all kinds of problems to the prison, the state of Nevada, the officials. So they were really happy to have him go. Other prisoners not going to worry about like OJ. Something happens to OJ, every reporter is covering the story and say, you know, you should have done this, you failed to do that. They don't want that. They had plenty of time with him. Now they want him out, especially he's getting older now, too. And you know what his major offense was in prison, the one thing he got in trouble for? Stealing cookies when he wasn't supposed to have them because of his diabetes. That's the only thing he got in trouble for, and that's not a real serious
That's recidivism. He should have done the full 33. It's an outrage.
There you go.
Felony sugar.
Felony sugar.
Would you have just had him not say much? I mean, because it just seemed like the more he talked, the more he kind of dug a hole.
He didn't dug a hole. He got out.
Well, he did get out, but
Lawyers
it seemed like it could have been a lot more simple.
Lawyers always like their clients to either say nothing, or if they absolutely have to speak, to keep it to a minimum, because the more the client speaks, the more opportunity he's there to hang himself. So, yeah, but the other time, you know, sometimes somebody's going to do what they do, and a lot of times at trial, experienced trial lawyers know that regardless of how you prepare your client, sometimes somebody's just going to say something, and then they get into it, and they say all kinds of things they shouldn't hear. He had a good outcome, but yes, they could have easily had something else happen. Not to mention the fact the whole world was watching those people making their decision.
And a quick last one. A lot of people credit his daughter's speech, for lack of a better word, with being very effective. Typically in parole hearings, is that how it works, or is it just the prisoner's got to bring what represents an A game to convince the board?
You bring the best that you have. So kids are always good, like when they were saying, well, why should we let you out? You know, he's talking about he has 4 kids and he missed 36 birthdays. And again, you bring the best you have and showing that it's for the benefit of someone else. It's, you know, not, oh, it's a benefit for OJ. It's a benefit for his 4 kids. It's the benefit for this. And typically in these hearings, you can have testimony on both sides, from the victim's family saying, hey, keep the monster in forever, from the defendant's family, look, this is a good guy, he's changed, he's done his time, let him go out, he can do all kinds of service. And if you think about it, he really could do service if he wanted to by going to youth groups and saying, look, you know, I was a big famous football star and look what I did. Don't make these mistakes. Some guys do that, some guys don't.
Steve Moskowitz, till next week.
Always a pleasure. And remember, any day out of custody is a good day.
For most folks.
For most folks. And
there are
for
a few
OJ.
people that, frankly, are fine right where they are.
OJ would like to be out.
Yes.